All right, we are pleased to be welcomed again on the show. Welcome back onto the program, one Lucy Burge, BetQL, Odyssey Sports. Lucy, great to have you back on. Are you? No, you're not the first recurring guest of the show. You're one of the first recurring guests of the show. So I think you make the podium there. I don't think you're the first, but you're one of the first recurring guests. That's close enough. But either way, we're happy to have you back
Who,
onto the show.
Yeah,
who else have we had multiple times?
who's the
Curious
first?
who the other person is.
Uh, well, let me.
Well, anyway, this was my first Red Sox podcast I ever went on, and now I am the second recurring guest, which is
You might be the first.
very
I don't know. I don't know who Fitz
Maybe
is
I'm the
talking
first.
Rosemount Castle for
Oh.
the Orioles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our
okay.
Orioles
Yeah.
correspondent. They
Okay.
Yeah,
were
that's our,
yes.
Yeah, they're always correspondent.
So I am
Yeah,
in good company.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
Shout
like
out
that
Rose.
very much. Thank
there
you
you
for
go.
having me back. Thank you
Absolutely
very
good
much.
to have you
I
back.
am so excited to be back. I can't believe though that this means the season's halfway over.
The season actually is exactly halfway over. That's the reason why we had you on.
That's insane. That's insanity. It feels like just yesterday the season just started. And it was just opening day. Like literally I just thought of that. I remember exactly what I was doing. Opening day felt like yesterday. Really sad, but also like kind of happy that it's almost over. But like kind of sad also at the same time.
Yeah, Wednesday, we're dropping this Wednesday, June the 28th, and that game is game number 81 for the Boston Red Sox, 81 out of 162, the exact
Be a
halfway
W.
point for the season. Yep, All-Star game coming up too, so we figured it would be good to have you back onto the program to do a little blast in the past and take a look at our predictions for the 2023 season, because that's what we had you on to open the season with. We gave our predictions for awards, division winners, and World Series, our batshit crazy one. We'll get into all that, and basically we're going to expose ourselves. We're going to dunk on ourselves for the next however many moments. Take a look back, see what we got right and see what we got dead wrong. It's always good to look back and just say, oh, I was really high on this guy, and this guy actually stinks right now. So I have the list. I listened Monday afternoon. I went back and listened to it, had myself a couple of laughs seeing some of our predictions. We all had stinkers, all right? We got some. We were on the right track with some awards. We all had stinkers, so no one is exempt to this. No one, holier than thou kind of stuff. No, we all have to face the music on some of that stuff, and there's no better way to transition into that. Let's start with the American League and National League Cy Young Award predictions, because we are in a unique position today, given what has happened with Jake Wallinger's American League Cy Young pick. Jake, do you want to tell the audience who you picked to win the American League Cy Young Award, or should I do the honors?
Fitz, I'll let you have this one.
This
I'm
made
okay.
me, when you tweeted this out, I laughed out loud for like a long time because that made me laugh. That was really funny.
I felt really good about it at the time.
Blue Jays hurler Alek Manoah was Jake's.
The former Blue Jays.
Well, yeah, Blue Jays rookie league hurler as
Florida
it stands right now.
Florida Gulf
As
Coast
of now,
League.
I mean, who knows tomorrow what's
Yeah.
going to happen? But I mean, it could not have gone worse.
Future Brockton Rock, Alek Manoah. Aye, Jake, buddy.
Ugh.
I mean, if you're gonna fall on your face with this, it might as well be
Yeah.
in comical fashion.
I mean,
you know what
no one thought it. Even the most pessimistic person on earth, I think, probably had him doing a little better than this. No, he's getting
I thought he was gonna be
shelled
good.
for 11 runs in
Yeah.
short season A
In like 2 innings.
in 2 innings. Yeah, I mean it's not the yips because people are just mashing him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's walking guys and he's not striking guys out.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's comically bad. If it's going to be bad, it's not
Yeah.
like on
Commit
the
to the
fridge.
bit.
Yeah. Just be like, yeah, that's still my pick. Who knows? You never
Liam,
know.
I'll have you know he actually is striking people out. He actually struck out 3 people during his Florida Complex League start.
Great.
Those guys are probably
This
so
Tuesday.
embarrassed
These guys
today.
are like,
Those
oh.
2
three
and
guys.
2/3 innings pitched, 11 earned runs. 11.
Wow.
11. Can we get an
Count 'em up,
ERA
count 'em up.
calculation on that? Liam, can you calculate that? 2 and 2/3 innings,
Too
11
high.
earned runs.
It's
200.
too high.
That ERA is at least 4, I would say. Probably
At
high.
least.
I would, at least.
on the
at
on the
least.
high side, yeah. for
I'm not
sure.
good at math. I'm confident enough in saying that it's at least 4. 10 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, only 2 home runs in that stretch. So I mean that's just death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's not like it's home run derby off of him. But that's painful. That's painful reading that. I had to make sure like someone wasn't doing a bit. Nope, no
Death
bit.
by
Yeah.
1,000 paper cuts that's kind of generous, I think.
I think if you're the one on the mound, that's
Yeah,
pretty.
he's getting like
You're like, how
hammer to
do
the
I get out
face.
of this? However, I'm
Yeah,
surprised he
death
struck
by
out.
1,000 like
Coffee
stab
skulls.
wounds. I don't
Yeah,
yeah.
he did a lot in that time, though. Like, I'm surprised he struck out anybody in that. Like, he had a lot of in that time. He accomplished some things and just didn't accomplish other things. And the fact that he actually struck people out is surprising. Actually, I'm surprised.
Maybe they just felt bad for him. They're like,
Yeah, maybe they were just like, yeah, that this guy needs.
we got a
to
bust to catch. We can't just keep putting up the
Yeah,
runs. You know
actually,
what I
that's true too. They want to go home.
We did our job. All right. I'm already 3 for 3 right now, and it's not even the third inning. Right.
That's crazy.
So
my
yeah, Alek
God.
Manoah was.
Imagine telling somebody last year when the Dahlbeck Cordero Mania thing happened, you'd be like, one of those guys will be their career might be over by June 2023. He'd be the third one you would get. I mean, the
Yes.
other two you'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
Yeah,
So I'm
goes to
looking at his
show, you never
baseball
know.
reference page and
it's just black.
just comparing, like even
Skull and Bones.
you
stay
can look
away
at
from-
like combined 21 and 22. Like this is, I don't know if it's the same person. It's got to be like a body double.
Yeah, he
Um,
died, and they put a body double in his.
No,
It's
this
like,
is
the
this is
Avril
Alex Manoah. K
Right.
X at the end instead of a K at the end.
or a
like-
C, like Alec Murdaugh.
There you go. Right.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think his ERA plus was last year?
Last year,
Yeah.
Like 165.
I was gonna.
Oh.
I was
Good
gonna
guess,
say
Jake,
like
good
like
guess.
I was gonna say
Okay.
like 130. He was good.
He was really good last year.
168. He was third in Cy
Even
Young.
better. Wow.
Wow.
Even better
This-
than right.
This year in 13
He's like, I know. That's
starts.
why I picked him.
Yeah, this was a good pick in April. I mean,
Yes.
It's a bad pick in June.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's actually a good segue. Here's how we can kind of really quantify these predictions now on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being like absolutely not riding with this. 10 like I'm riding with this for the rest of the year. How are you sticking with that prediction, Mr. Wallinger?
I don't.
Negative 45.
Yeah, negative. I don't even. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been like quadruple demoted. I don't
Negative
even know how
Hades.
you-
It's as
I
low
have
as you
literally
go.
never heard of a player getting sent down in the fashion he did. I'd never seen that before.
And then just
he still
tanking
stinks
so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
That's tough.
Titanic sub level out of this pick.
It's like, yeah, I mean, it's like his ship sank and then it blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's over for him.
Yeah, it did. Just
Wow.
imploded.
It's just strange. Is he? Maybe he's hurt.
I mean, Daniel Bard came back, so you never know. But
So I'm excited for
this year, I mean,
Manoah's come back in
the award,
2029.
Yeah, I was gonna say the award picks are this year, so I will stand by negative 10 maybe. On
Negative
how I feel
10.
about that one.
And
Yeah.
while we're on it, you had Max Scherzer for the NL Cy Young. 1 to 10 on that.
2.
Yeah, I mean Max has had some really good games. Max has had some really bad games. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that was
Lucy,
not nearly as fun.
Over to you, Cy Young. You were all over Shohei Ohtani for like everything. You could have picked him for Rookie of the Year if you really, if you could, you would have.
I
But
would've.
you'll have to settle with him for Cy Young and MVP. Not to spoil, but you had him for MVP.
Yeah.
You also had Justin Verlander for Cy
Yeah,
Young.
I
Yeah.
have Shohei for MVP is the only one I still have.
You're riding with that
Otherwise-
as a 10.
Yes.
What about Shohei for Cy Young? How you feel
No,
about that?
no, I'm out on that. I don't. It's just not as realistic as I thought, as I dreamed it could be, because there's
Yeah.
so many better candidates on the list, like Framber Valdez. Let's say,
Framber Valdez, very good.
yeah,
very,
that's
very good.
that's who I would go with right now.
So you probably
would switch.
1 to 10 on Shohei for Cy Young. Where are you feeling on that?
I mean, probably a 4.
I mean,
I
he's
just-
still
I just-
pitching well.
He's
you know?
pitching
I'd
fantastic.
go higher than a 4. I'd say a
Well,
6.
I just look at like other guys on the list,
Yeah,
It's just tough.
the
It's
candidates
really tough.
have sort of
And-
presented themselves.
and like going to throughout the rest of the season, who knows what's going to happen? I just don't know
Of
what
course.
happens to Shohei, and I'm more confident in taking him at the plate than I am on the mound.
Yeah, and Verlander for the Mets.
No, I am moving over to Zach Gallen, who is
Yep.
just, I am very high on him.
No one
right
had
now.
Gallon. No one had Gallon on our end.
No.
But Gallon's been sensational. No one had
Also-
Strider. Strider's been very good so far this year.
Great one.
Liam, on the other hand, had another Toronto Blue Jay for the American League Cy Young. He had Kevin Gausman.
Sure did. Sure did.
I mean, he's been better than Alek Manoah, so he's got that going for him. That's nice, Liam.
That's a high.
No, I'm sticking with him. I have no qualms with what Mr. Gausman's done so far this year. I guess he leads the American League in strikeouts, leads the American League in FIP. So
He's been pitching very well.
Yeah.
Feeling good about that.
He'll get votes. He'll get votes on that.
So that one's in good shape.
And then in the National
NL,
League, you went Aaron Nola, as did I.
Which I don't think I'm completely out on him yet. Like as far as I can tell, he's been healthy. He's thrown 100 innings.
Liam, could you give a number?
Great.
Could you give a number on the Gausman pick? I apologize, we didn't get that.
Oh, on how confident I am?
Yeah.
Or like how I'm sticking with it?
Yeah.
Give me. I'll stick with it. Say 10.
There you
See,
go.
this is
Whoa,
so
confidence.
10 is good
Okay.
because
No.
his odds are better than Shohei Otani's to win Cy Young. His odds are plus 475 and Shohei's are plus 1200.
Who's in the lead right now?
The lead right now is Shane McClanahan.
Which is who I had, and I am
Okay.
sticking.
Look at
So
that.
I'm gonna stick an 8 for my McClanahan pick just because it is competitive. But he's been dazzling so far this year. You look at his ERA plus; it's at 181 as it stands right now, and he's been healthy. He's 11-1. I know we don't care about wins and losses, but it's going to be worth noting. You know what I mean? He's a good chance that he wins 20 games while maintaining a very very strong ERA. It's in the low
That
twos
doesn't
right now,
happen
223.
anymore, really.
Yeah.
20 games. 20
So
games.
and again, McClanahan was fantastic last year too. I noted this in the season prediction podcast. McClanahan was for about 2/3 of the year was awesome in 2022, but then I think he missed a couple starts due to some injury hiccups, and Verlander just kind of pulled away with it. But this might be a McClanahan versus Gausman battle here. So I'm gonna stick a pretty strong tag of an 8.
I
on
didn't
McClanahan.
realize he was 11-1.
It's
Isn't
really
that
good.
insane?
Yeah.
It's
That's pretty
insane.
good.
So I won't go full 10 because again, it's not like he is far and away, the leading candidate here. Someone could, take it from him, but I would say he's in pole position right now, Shea McClanahan. But again, Gausman was another good pick too. We just kind of missed on Aaron Nola, but what are you going to do, Liam? Right?
I still have faith. Watch the Phillies get hot again in the second half. He'll lead the way.
Recency bias maybe in the
Yeah.
second half.
So
I don't
know.
to say. Who's
I'll
to say?
stick with him. Not nearly as strong as Gausman, but
I'll go
I
2.
mean, I won't change now. Why? Why back out? We're in too deep.
I backed out.
All three of you shifting gears here to the Rookie of the Year, which is actually how we started our conversation, but I just wanted to bring up the Manoah thing at first. All three of you rode with Masataka Yoshida for AL Rookie of the Year. I'm safe to assume that you're at least, going to see that through.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with that.
I'm at a 7.
Yeah.
He also, his odds plus 260 behind Josh Jung at plus 175.
Josh Young.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's it right there. That's the
Yeah.
that's the conversation.
Two good
Yep.
players there.
Look at
Yeah.
those.
I had Oscar
100%.
Colas, so I am negative 10
brother.
on that
The
one.
White Sox guy over here.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to the White Sox.
His
talk.
odds, I don't know.
No, I don't know. They're probably off the board entirely.
Off the board.
He was awful to start the year. He was encouraging in spring training.
Yeah.
He was encouraging, coming up.
Can
hard
Josh
hit,
Jung play defense at all?
I don't know enough about his game.
Yeah,
If he's,
I simply don't know enough. Because I'm just looking.
I know he's a good hitter.
Massa definitely is a better hitter. That's not. I mean, Jung has more
a
power.
contact hitter, not power hitter.
No, yeah, Jung has 15 home runs. But I don't think he's slugging that much more than Massa, just because his Jung is slugging 480 and Massa's 466. I mean, that's not a huge
Yeah.
difference. They're very similar. I feel like if the Rangers, I don't know, the Boston, what is it? The Boston media mafia. Who knows? You never know. with
The coastal elite bias. there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ignore middle America. They're going to ignore
yeah.
Josh Young, you
I
think?
think 7. They're really close. They're really really close.
Yeah, that's still a good prediction at the start of the year. He's going to be in the mix for that award. So you guys, you all three of you did well enough on that. As for the National League side, Jake rode with Jordan Walker. Liam had Corbin Carroll. Lucy had Kodai Senga. I had Miguel Vargas.
I'm
So we're all different.
I know
You're
I'm
s-
switching to Corbin Carroll.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I am jumping on
Liam,
the Corbin Carroll train.
I genuinely think
Welcome.
Carroll may already win it. Like Carroll could, not that you want this to happen, but Carroll could get hurt and miss the rest of the year. He still might be rookie of the year.
Yeah,
He'll
you
be
know,
in the
Every time I see
MVP
him there-
mix.
Every time
Well-
I see him, they're comparing him to like Trout's rookie year.
yeah,
I'm like,
no, you know how confident
Okay.
the odds books are in him? Minus 450. He is running away with it. He
Yeah,
is the
so-
favorite by 10 miles.
So Liam's definitely, I would imagine, a 10 on Carroll there, if not like 25.
No, I'm
Senga-
switching out. Sorry.
I don't know, man. I got that Walker kid. Walker is playing well. To Jake's credit,
What
He's
is-
got a
coming
great
back
bat.
on.
But
The
he's
bat's great. Glove.
He's like maybe the worst defender in the league.
Yeah.
Here's a good way of just a quick sum. His OPS is almost 850. That's a great OPS. He's been worth negative .4 WAR. That's how bad his defense is.
That's
Yeah.
almost like that feels impossible.
Yeah, I don't even. He's also only played, I think, like 40 games. Yeah, he's
Well, because they sent him down like after a month. He was hitting well. They're like,
It makes
no.
no sense.
Well, I mean, I feel like if your defense is that bad, it's probably hopeless, right? I mean, just change positions at that point.
Yeah, well, Rafael Devers was able to come around.
I guess.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
that's
Yeah.
really bad, though. Was Devers ever that bad? To make
Devers was pretty bad.
For a player with an 850 OPS to end up with a negative value on your team.
I don't know if he was that bad, but he was.
That's really
he was
bad.
pretty bad.
Horrible.
He was pretty
Who's their
bad.
DH? Oh, Contreras is DHing for them, right? So they can't even put him there.
Love giving a huge contract to a catcher just to DH him.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, that's tough.
This might be
I
the
would
death
say,
of Cardinal Devil Magic, by the way. They're a fucking mess right now. They're an
If
absolute
Carroll
mess,
dies tomorrow,
which we
then-
don't want.
which wouldn't be good. But then I would feel maybe a 3, maybe a 4.
Okay.
For Jordan Walker.
Write that
Yeah.
down just in case.
Yeah,
And that's with his untimely passing.
yes, yeah. With that, if Corbin Carroll manages to stay alive, then maybe 1,
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe one.
maybe 1.
Maybe
Yeah.
one. So,
Okay.
Jake, I have an answer to your question about his defense compared to Devers. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt because defensive metrics, what have
Yeah,
you.
of course.
What are you going to really trust? But his defensive WAR on Baseball Reference, Walker,
Yeah.
it's negative 1.1.
The
worst
in
the
40
worst
games.
Devers- Yeah.
That's crazy.
that's horrendous.
And
Devers.
The worst Devers ever had is just a tick under 1.9. That was 21, though.
That was in a full season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
no.
extrapolate that, and it's not.
So
even
So
no.
like rookie year Devers, it was only negative 0.4.
All right.
So like
Yeah. So
very
Walker's like
manageable.
Walker is like historically
Historic.
bad. at
Yeah.
defense. How are
That's
you
something
that
else.
bad as an outfielder?
Why
Like,
is no one talking
What are you?
about that?
What are you dropping pop flies? How is your?
I don't
WAR
feel
that
like
bad?
I've seen like blooper reels. Like
That's
remember
what I
when
mean.
Hanley was in
Does he
left
just
field?
have the range of like?
It's just horrible
rock?
jump, like
Yeah.
So he can't even get that right. They're not even good enough to like put
It looks like
together,
Bambi
the
on
people
ice, like
will.
trying to shag
No,
a
the
fly
Cardinals
ball.
are they're in Hades. They're
Yeah.
Absolute
rough.
mess
So,
there.
certainly weren't my central pick.
But not mine at all. Are you kidding me?
Hey.
Absolutely would never be mine. Lucy, you may be 2 for 2 on MVP picks. here.
Okay.
You had Shohei Ohtani and Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh yeah.
No,
Okay,
that's
I-
pretty good.
Yes. While I would like to stick with Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh,
yeah,
don't
you
do
know what,
this.
you know what, you know what? I'm gonna stick with him because
There you go.
he hit
Yeah.
a home run last night, and I had.
Let's
him
not
to vote
overthink
for it.
things here.
Luis Ariz is very impressive, but maybe I
He'll
will-
get some votes, but Acuna might go 40-40
Five
here.
tools.
Yeah,
Five
yeah.
tools.
I'm gonna stick with
The
him.
40-40
I'm gonna
would
stick
be
with him. Yeah.
He's
Special.
Yeah.
Acuna's got like 10 less hits on the
Yeah,
entire season.
no, I'm gonna stick with him, and I would put it at a 10.
Yes, I had Acuna myself, and I'm also going to ride with the 10 there. Shohei is also, I mean, you're the Shohei representative here. You're going to stick with 10 for Shohei.
No, I'm gonna no. He's said to be no. I'm going to stick with him at
Lock him in.
a 11. Crank that to 11 because
There you go.
I'm gonna stick with him for sure.
I did the cowards kind of thing. I said if Shohei stays in the American League, he's going to win. But my batshit crazy prediction was that he's going to get traded to the Mets, which
Oh,
you know, you don't have to, put a put a stamp on the batshit crazy fun prediction, because that's exactly what it was. It was just a fun prediction. So I said if he got traded, Yordan Alvarez was going to win the award. Yordan was my official pick. I'll go down with the ship. It's not going to happen. That's at like a 2 because of the injury, unfortunately. But he's still a good player. But I think Shohei ends up winning the award there. Liam picked his teammate Mike Trout to win the AL MVP award, and then Fernando Tatis in the National League. How you feeling there, Liam?
I feel like both of them still might end up finishing like top 5, but I don't think either of them are gonna get the job done.
Tatis is playing great ball, and Fishman is Fishman.
Yeah, I mean, even Tatis like missing April and then coming out on fire. I mean, he looks great, but I don't think between Acuna and Arias, it's just not going to happen.
Is what it is, just a matter of games.
I mean, Trout. I was looking at Trout. Like Trout's healthy. The OPS is 131, but it's
the competition.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? Ho hum, another.
We don't have to
another really good year for.
Mike Trout's so good, it's just boring at this point.
Yeah. Jake also picked Shohei for the American League.
For AL, yeah, I did. Yeah.
So you're still around with that, Mr. Wallinger?
Yeah, I mean, I've been beating this drum since what was his big coming out party? 21, right?
Yeah.
It's like I mean, we don't need to really get into this a lot, but it's like he does both things,
He should be the MVP every year.
It's like, I stand by that if I don't know. I just felt like I was going insane in 21 when the Vlad stuff, and it's like, okay, sure. Shohei also is a great pitcher. Like, Vlad, like it's, I don't know. I fundamentally don't understand how it's even a conversation.
There should be more of an emphasis on the Hank Aaron award, I think, and that rewards the best overall hitter. You know what I mean? That's it's like how the defensive player of the year in the NBA has a lot of emphasis. You know what I mean? Offensive player, defensive player of the year for
I don't
the
even
NFL,
know
same deal.
The gap in offense. If Shohei has like and he's better than this, but if he's going out there as like an average starter, that's still like so much more value than a great hitter.
I'll tell that to the MVP voters last year who picked Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Well,
what are you going to do?
I did. Well, yeah.
In the National League, Jake.
Yeah, we don't have
going
to
back
get
to the
into
Phillies.
This one.
Trey Turner.
Yeah.
You said he was going to go stupid in that lineup.
Did we do this episode right during the WBC?
I think it was after. Right after.
I got caught up in the hype. I got caught up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but I didn't though. He's a great player. But he's stinking up the joint.
And I was going to say, not right now. He's not a great player.
He's really good, but he looks so bad. But he's good.
He'll be fine.
He's
but he's not going to be MVP.
That's a tough pick.
Probably a 1 on the scale there.
Yeah, probably a 1.
A lot of 1s, folks. A lot of stinkers. I told you. We're all going to have them. So.
Baseball's unpredictable.
This is
really what it comes down to.
Let's get into the crazy predictions that we all had before we get into the division winners, wildcard winners, and how we all had the playoffs playing out here. Again, I said Shohei traded to the Mets. I am not confident that that's going to happen. Liam said the Yankees will finish in DFL, dead fucking last, in the AL East.
That's
how you feeling on that?
Real possibility.
I still feel good about that. That
it's
team
within the realm of possibility.
They didn't move me before opening day. They don't move me now.
They moved me. I'm standing very still without Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a good team.
And he might be out longer than people initially thought.
Long term.
Yep.
I don't understand how that team's 8 games over 500. We're only a game over 500. I mean, just between the matchups we saw them play.
We're 4 games over 500 when we play the Yankees.
It's like I don't understand. I mean, they're nothing special. I feel
like they are the mid ones. Like the Red Sox are like slightly above mid. The Yankees are mid.
Yeah, I mean, without Judge, that lineup's nothing. Garrett Cole's like basically holding them together.
Stanton's been embarrassingly bad.
I want to be clear. We as because like the John Boy guys, they get a lot of shit for like never giving the Red Sox credit or anything, and being like the Bayo stuff. I don't think the Red Sox are that. I think they're pretty similar. The Yankees and Red Sox. They're both not good right now.
Oh yeah,
they're
not contenders.
Right.
No.
These two having a mid off.
Yeah,
they are.
They're both extremely mediocre right now.
Yes.
Jake, your crazy prediction had to do with the Red Sox. Chris Sale will get Cy Young votes.
Stop it! Oh
that hurts.
my!
And it sucks because he was pitching well. I saw the vision.
I didn't have this
Oh
written down. I
my
totally forgot I
God.
said that.
Yeah, Chris Sale will get Cy Young votes. How you feeling on that?
Zero.
Bad.
I don't,
Bad.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how I'm feeling.
Sounds more like Jake is a jinx. That's
Jake
what
the
it is.
Jinx.
Jake
Yeah, I mean,
the
They
other
call him
than
Jake the
Massa.
Jinx.
The Jake
other than
Jinx.
my Massa pick, I mean, even we'll get to
Oh
my division
wait,
picks
just
fucking
wait the rest
suck
of the
too.
season.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. There's some gold in the playoff
People
predictions here.
people don't come here for my incredible baseball
Expertise.
knowledge. Yeah, it's that's
Thoughts.
not what. Yeah,
They come to count how many times Jake's going to say it's over. That's what they come to the show for. Shout out Jake. We love him, don't we, folks?
we love them.
Sure do.
So I'm not gonna get into the whole spider web that Lucy had
I
regarding
remember
her
it.
crazy prediction. This is the gist of what she said. Rafael Devers hugs Xander Bogaerts after Raf wins the World Series MVP award and raises another banner in Boston, preceding Chaim Bloom becoming the president of the United States.
Wow.
That was it. That was the prediction, basically.
First
Yes.
Jewish president.
Yes, and
Yeah, that's right.
my only concern with that now, like I'd still stick with that, but I did I have the Padres in the World Series?
You most certainly did.
Okay, that would be my only concern. I don't
Spoiler,
think
but yeah.
I don't think they are going to make it to the World Series.
But the American
Everything
League
else
side and the
Chaim
President
becoming
Bloom.
President, yes.
Okay.
Because in the end, everyone will say he did a good job.
Any
and
other
the
further
Illuminati
ideas
will
of
prevail.
what kind of policies Chaim might be undertaking if he gets into the Oval Office? Like any idea about what the campaign may look like? Any insight into that, or are we just kind of let it ride with Bloom?
He'll probably have some environmental initiatives, like some green initiatives, and like promote the team. He'll also be the president of the Red Sox, like John Henry just out.
Is that a conflict of interest?
collecting. No, because the Red Sox will be the biggest entity like in the country.
We'll allocate federal
So
funds to the
It will
Boston
be,
Red Sox.
yeah, it will be like
This is
the
how we
White
get
House.
Otani.
Yes, yes.
That will happen too. And I think he will have more input from the fan base, like the constituents of this country.
Press Secretary Tom Caron
We'll jail
gets
the-
into
we'll
the
jail-
the situation room, the briefing
Oh,
room.
If
we're
there was
here to-
ever a perfect candidate for a president,
We're here to announce a 10-year federal grant program worth $75 million a year that's going to be given to the Boston Red Sox Baseball Club Limited.
we could just he could have Judge arrested on a Friday morning before a weekend series,
Yeah. And then
Lock him
find
up.
out that he was hiding a lot of actually legitimate crimes. He's a war criminal, basically.
Shane
Judge,
McClanahan
Judge tweeting out witch hunt. In archives.
I
Shane
did
McClanahan goes, I did everything right and they indicted me
Seems
I won that
great.
Cy Young award by a lot.
by a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. So, yeah, no, I mean, that's obviously the most realistic option we have going
And I'm
on here.
sticking with it.
I think you nailed that. I don't think anyone else had that earlier to begin the year. So talk your shit, because that is coming to pass, obviously. Division winners and wild card winners. Let's start back with Lucy there.
Okay.
Division winners first. I'm just going east to west. I didn't, seed them or anything like that. That's just how I wrote it down. And then your 3 wild card teams. Lucy, you had the Jays, the Guardians, the Mariners, and then for the wild card, the Red Sox, the Astros, and the Yankees. Out of those 6, how confident are you? 6 for 6 on that? You feeling 0 for 6? Somewhere in the middle?
I feel like I think the only thing I wouldn't change would be the Red Sox, and then everything else I would change.
You would change the Astros. You would change the
Wait, who did I? Because now I have to win the AL East.
Jays in the East, Guardians
no,
in the Central,
no, I'm changing everything.
Mariners in the West.
Changing everything. Okay, East. I'm going Rays. Central. I couldn't decide between the Twins and the Guardians, but let's just say Twins. Whatever.
Stick with the Guardians. You
Let's
had
say-
the Guardians
okay,
there.
let's say Guardians. We'll say Guardians. West, I'm going Rangers, and then I think that was it.
And then you got the Red Sox,
What did I-
Astros, and Yankees for the wild card.
Yes, exactly.
Orioles probably sliding in there at some point.
Yeah, let me see. What did I have?
Shout out to Liam. Liam's the only one who
Yankees.
had the O's in the playoffs out of us. Shout out to me because I'm the
Yeah,
only one who had the
I was thinking
Rays in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Shout out to none of us
really?
because we all had the Blue Jays winning the East.
that. Yeah, that's.
I had Rays in the wild card.
Oh
Liam
my
had
God.
the O's in the wild card. As for Liam, he had the Jays, Guardians, Mariners, same as Lucy for the division winners. Liam had the Astros, the Red Sox, and Baltimore making the wild card. Liam, take
Not
your temperature on that.
I mean, it's not good. What can I tell you?
Not ideal.
Quite frankly, I
Great
may
to
have
hear.
made some mistakes. But
You may
I
have
don't know, I
gone too
guess-
far in a few places.
yeah, I mean, I guess I don't even know how you fix that. I mean, I could roll with the division winners, and I mean, I still like Houston and Baltimore to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Houston's still going to get into. I still think Houston
can-
can win the division. You know,
Mm,
at some point with that team, like they're just sleepwalking at this point. They could turn it
Cleveland's
on. in an
only a
instant.
game and a half back. Like that division's gross.
Someone is legally obligated to win that division. So
Yeah, unfortunately. So I don't know. I mean, I was way higher on the Mariners and the Blue Jays, and they're just not. I mean, Toronto still could get into the playoffs, but no, nobody's catching the Rays. I don't think
Toronto's not bad. They're 43.
they're in
and
the
36.
third wild card. Yeah,
Yeah, right. They're not a bad team. It just looks worse compared to how Baltimore and obviously Tampa's doing. They're 10 games back. You know, they're 43 and 36, and they're 10 games back of Tampa. It is what it is. It's the most competitive division in baseball for a reason. Every team over 500 as we record this right now. Jake also went with the Guardians in the Central. Again, also went with the Jays in the East. Jake rode with Houston in the West, as did I. Jake's wildcard teams are the Yankees, Mariners, and the Red Sox. Mr. Wallinger, still riding with the Red Sox in there? You think they're going to fall out of the race? What you thinking?
I think the Guardians are still going to win that division.
Okay.
I do. I think that. I think the Astros definitely could. They're 5 back, but I mean, they just won the World Series. I don't think it's like
Hard when the defending champion is, or it's weird rather when the defending champion you can almost consider like a quote unquote sleeper. But like again, like I'm not counting out the Astros for one second.
Blue Jays. Not going to win the division, but they're probably maybe a wild card team. And then my wild card picks: Yankees, Mariners, Red Sox. Those stink. That's a terrible set throughout there.
Mariners have been a big disappointment.
Mariners,
Huh?
huge
We all had the
disappointment.
Mariners in the dance. We all had the Mariners.
expectations were
Yankees
so
are
high.
dead. Red Sox are clinging to life, but
I was the only one without the Red Sox in the playoffs. So not to be a party pooper, but
You're gonna be sorry.
I sure hope I'm sorry.
once that
Sure.
Cinderella run hits.
For me, it was I had the Jays in the East, I had the Astros in the West, Yankees, Rays, Mariners in the wild card, and the Chicago White Sox in the Central. Okay, let's move on. Let's go
That's
to our
the worst.
division.
Oh, boy.
That's
So
the worst
foul.
pick anyone has, right?
It's
I don't-
horrible. It's
Yeah.
awful.
I don't know what.
We're just
I'll
gonna
never.
glaze right over that.
Yeah. I don't know what
so
you guys
high
are.
on the White Sox.
Fitz, that was
So
a
high
bad
on the
pick
White
when you
Sox.
made it, I think.
I said
tried
it
to
on the
warn
show.
him. I tried to warn
The
him.
exact phrase I used to bring it back to Donnie, I said I'm still gonna keep drinking that garbage. I went back to the trash can. I ate the trash on the Chicago White Sox. I thought maybe with Tony La Russa out, I thought maybe things could change. I bought
with
into the
9
Oscar
loopholes.
Cole
Up
last
a
night.
little.
Cease was coming off a good year. I thought maybe Giolito could be all right. Lance Lynn, I didn't think was going to be a complete fucking disaster. I thought that the offense was going to hang around. I didn't think that Tim Anderson was going to fall off a cliff. I thought that Moncada would actually be something resembling a useful baseball player. Ofer. Awful. I am
Trash man.
never again. They could have 15 Shohei Otanis on their team. I'm not picking them to win shit ever again. The White Sox, absolutely dead to me. Dead to me. Awful team. Awful organization. Horribly run top to bottom. They're a mess. They need to blow it up. And I learned my lesson.
right.
I will never pick the White Sox ever again. You guys were right. Liam was right to warn me.
Can't
He's a
trust
good
him.
friend.
Can't
You
trust
know?
him.
I'll wear
tried.
this. If I'm the White Sox guy going forward, I don't want to be that. I disavow. I completely disavow the Chicago White Sox baseball club. They're a fucking joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I repent.
Agree.
I agree.
I repent.
Yeah, I don't know if we can forgive you just yet, but that's
I will. You know what? That's fine. I will work hard every day to regain your trust, and I'll do what I need to do to get this awful pale host stink off of me because it is smelly. It's awful. It's awful.
Fair
Awful.
enough.
guys. I haven't.
Fitz
I
ripping
haven't-
sound effects for himself.
He's his own soundboard.
The White
today.
Sox have driven him insane.
Yeah.
Awful. What's their fucking run differential? What's their run
Liam, what were you
differential?
gonna say?
That's
my
a,
friend?
that's a great question.
it.
I was gonna. Speaking of run differential, because I was looking at it. I hadn't checked it out in a while. Did you guys realize how much better the Rays, the Rangers, and the Braves are compared to like everyone else?
It's psychotic. The amount of runs they're putting up.
Tampa's run differential is 150. Texas is 147. The Braves are 110. Nobody else. The next closest team
Braves, I believe.
is Dodgers are plus 47.
Giants are plus 45, low key. Top 5.
What are we, Liam?
Which is
Can I
insane.
guess? Can I guess? I don't know.
I'll take a guess. I mean, we're
Angels are
surprised.
6.
It might surprise
Angels
you.
dropping 40
Are we
runs. the other day.
positive?
Wow.
Tell me if we're positive.
We are positive,
Okay.
shockingly.
12.
Flip that around. 21.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But,
The
but yeah, White Sox.
are
Okay.
minus 61 for the fucking White Sox. And you know what's crazy?
That's actually better.
Feasibly,
That's
it's so
better
weird.
than,
Feasibly, they could still win the division, but then it's not going to happen. They're only 6 games back in the worst division in baseball. Feasibly, they could still make it in.
Crazy.
It's insane. That's
Two
insane.
hot weeks. 2 hot weeks, they're right back into the race. I don't think they've had one hot week. I don't know if they've had one hot day this season, that fucking team.
They beat us.
Oh yeah, they
Hate
took 2 or 3 from us.
A blind squirrel is right twice a day, Jake. The Kansas City Royals have 22 of them shits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
True.
oh, God.
Yeah,
Anyways,
how
National-
about can I not to go on a tangent, but the Royals are not getting enough shit for the season they're having. The A's are out here. The team's moving. The stadium is falling apart. And what do the Royals have? Like one
Like
more
we knew
win than
the
them?
A's were going to be this bad, and the A's do have a worse record. But man, the Royals are
Royals
god
suck.
awful.
The A's run differential is far worse than Kansas City. I will say that.
But we knew that the A's were going to be this bad.
No, it's not
they had
shocking.
that like 9-game win streak or whatever it was, and that's it. That's you know what I mean.
I
Or how many
can't
games
say
it was.
I can't say I had my fingers crossed for the Royals either. But
Yeah, but like I think everyone went in with the expectation that like the A's were going to be stinkier than the stinkiest stink that ever stunk, you know, and that is so far that's coming to pass. The National League, Lucy, we'll start off with you.
Okay.
You had probably the biggest surprise out of the group here because a lot of us kind of picked the same group of 5 or 6 teams or so to make it out of the senior circuit into the playoffs. The Braves, Brewers, and Padres were your division winners. You're the only one who rode with the Brewers in the Central. Everyone else went with the Cardinals. We disavow of that because St. Louis. I tweeted the other day, them getting their ass kicked in London is going to be much funnier when they somehow win 87 games and somehow make it to the NLCS. But then they ended up coming back and won that game on Sunday. But I don't have any aspirations for the Cardinals. Again, credit to you. You rode with the Brewers. Braves, Brewers, Padres. Mets, Phillies, omission of the Dodgers, who went with the Marlins.
I stand by that. I stand by that.
Wow.
Marlins
You have
are
to at this. You
Marlins
have to
are
let it
fun.
ride.
I am
right?
so excited with the Marlins. I knew I picked the Mets in there somewhere, and I was scared,
Mets
and
wild
I was
card.
waiting for that. Okay, well, so as Mad Dog was calculating today, I think he would just end up at 0. Their playoff chances, I'd say, are like
Well,
0.
Lucy, they're not going to make the playoffs, Lucy. I don't think.
They're not, and they're horrible, and I'm really sad. But I can't ride with the Mets at all in any capacity. They suck, and there's no potential for them.
Yeah.
So I'm not sticking with the Mets.
Imagine picking them to win the World Series, right, Jake? Right?
Okay.
oh Lord,
That's me and you both, dude. Not to spoil it, but I'm
You
in the
picked the
same
Mets
boat.
too?
I did. We'll get to
yeah.
that. Well, let's go right into Jake's National League. Phillies, Cardinals, Padres, east to west. Your wild cards, Jake, were the Mets, the Bravos, and the Doyers, the LA Dodgers.
I mean, that's tough, huh?
Some good, some not so good.
I mean, I'm probably
it's not all lost.
the Dodgers as a wild card was an inspired pick. I just had
Yeah.
it flipped.
We all had the Padres winning the West. All of us
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
How the tables have turned on that one.
The
Sandy
Phillies,
Bogart.
the Phillies, I think will make the playoffs. I mean, they're 40 and 37.
They're 3 games out of a spot right now. The wild cards it stands right now: Miami, the Giants, and the Dodgers. The 1, 2, 3 there. Cincinnati 3 games back. Philly 3 games back. Cubs
Giants,
5.5.
they just never really go away, do they? The
Giants,
Giants.
They're very sneakily 10 games above 500 as it stands.
Yeah,
right now.
they
I feel
are,
like you're
that's
not.
what I'm
You
saying.
know who's having a great
Insane.
year? Having a
Nice.
fantastic year? JD Davis. Shout out to him. He's had a very, very good year, very productive year so far after being
Mets
cast away.
masterclass.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Who they,
Preller, or
Brandon,
not Preller, fucking...
Brandon
No, yeah.
Ruff, or what's his name?
no,
Or
Preller's Padres. Oh my god. Fuck, who's the Mets GM? Epler, Billy
Epler.
Epler.
Oh, yeah, Epler.
Oh.
Yeah. I forgot off the top of
Yeah.
my head, too.
Dumb idiot.
What's he got? Brandon Ruff, is it? What's his name? Or
Darren.
Ruff.
Darren Ruff.
How could you forget?
Beg pardon.
Frank,
The
Frank
Darren
the
Ruff.
Tank is rolling in his...
Ruff
He's
Ruffman. You guys
alive.
remember Ruff Ruffman on PBS?
Yeah, Fetch with Ruff Ruffman.
Shout out to him. Shout out Ruff
Yeah.
Ruffman.
You're too old.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
don't know if I-
might have been after your
know
time
that
there,
one.
Lucy. I kind of got
know
the
if I know
tail
that
end of
one.
Ruffman Mania.
Yeah.
It's kinda like
I was
Zoom.
Arthur.
You're a
Yep,
roughhead, Fitz?
I remember Zoom.
Yeah, Ruff Ruffman was kind of like a spiritual successor of Zoom, sort of.
Okay.
You know?
I do not
What is
know.
Zoom?
You don't remember
Ruff
Zoom?
Ruffman at all.
Zoom was kind of like Ruff Ruffman.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's
Zoom is
the
Ruff Ruffman.
definition.
Ruff Ruffman is Zoom. You know.
Okay, I've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never...
I don't know if I've ever seen this guy before
Oh,
in
yes,
my
I
life.
did. I saw this.
Ruff Ruffman?
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
looks
I
like
know.
Cat
Let me
Dog.
see. Let me see.
A little
I
bit,
don't
right?
know
Like a
why-
shorter, like one-sided cat dog, sort of.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I've never,
I
never
have
seen this man in my
never,
life.
ever. This guy is new to me.
the rough man.
It is
Remember
like
the
Cat
Zoom's
Dog.
theme song?
What was the cat's name on
No.
Ruff Ruffman?
I don't know.
Blossom. Her name was Blossom.
Blossom.
Zoom looks vaguely familiar.
Wait.
Yeah, I think
me say.
I caught some Zoo. You guys ever watch Cyber Chase on PBS?
With Digit? Of course I did.
I-
Voiced
no.
by Gilbert Gottfried, I'll have you know, Digit.
You are
Yeah.
kidding, R.I.P.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Wow.
King. Yeah, Cyber Chase was a banger. Between the Lions?
Arthur. Of course.
Obviously Arthur,
Between
yes.
the Lions, yes. Arthur, of course. I actually sometimes when I see Arthur still on, I sometimes see which episode it is, just for like nostalgia.
Was it PBS that had the show with the Siamese cat that could do like calligraphy?
Sagwa!
Sagwa, yeah.
Sagwa, yes!
What was that on? What was that on?
That was PBS!
It was PBS.
Might I interest you in some Dragon Tales as
yeah,
well?
that
Oh,
show,
Dragon
that's
Tales.
Sagwa, the
I
Chinese-
love
Dragon Tales is a classic.
So
Ah,
good.
Sagwa.
Yeah, shout out Sagwa. Yep. I don't know if you've ever heard of a little program by the name of Sesame Street as well.
Oh, no.
Big
Barney,
Bird.
Barney was the first show I ever watched.
Barney.
and
I
the
was a
only
big
show I
Barney
was
guy.
allowed. Huge Barney guy.
Well,
I had the Barney
this is
stuffed animal.
unlocking memories.
Yeah, Barney and BJ and Baby Bop.
Baby Bop. Yep. They call her Baby Bop.
Baby Bop.
I remember my grandparents gave me a like an intricate talking Barney toy once,
Yep.
and I wanted to take him into the bath to swim. And this is not a cheap toy, and
Oh no.
Barney drowned that day.
Oh no.
Barney, I didn't, he's like, "Oh, I love you."
It'd be funny if you
Singing the
killed
theme
yourself with it like a toast.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're like electrical components.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe that's the way that I am now. Maybe it gave me a little shock that I haven't recovered from.
Hey
but
guys,
song.
here's one.
The White Sox.
You guys ever watch Roly Poly Oly?
Yes,
short
yes.
and fat and round,
Oh,
buddy.
Yeah.
Dude, I forgot about
Dude,
Roly Poly
Dude,
Oly.
remember
That's my dog.
PB and J Otter?
Yes, yes.
Use
Oh
your
my
noodle, dude.
God. This is coming. So many memories coming
Cheese
back.
and Quackers, the little duck friend that they
Use
had.
your
That was like his.
noodle.
That was him like saying "Holy shit." He'd say cheese and Quackers.
Quackers. What was the other one? It was Gullah Gullah Island. was
Gullah
another-
Gullah Island.
I used to come home from preschool and sit on the couch and watch Gullah Gullah Island.
I
and
remember
that was-
Gullah Island.
My God.
Like the big like yellow frog was like wigga wigga like, they,
Yup.
like whatever. It is. So,
Yes.
that's what he did. That's what he did, Liam. He
Oh,
did do that. Look it up.
I'm looking at him right now. He's looking right at me.
He would say like wigga wigga or something like that, but like
Yes.
a much weirder voice.
Oh my God.
Um,
PB&J Otter. This is, yes. Yep. So many shows.
God, they really were in their bag in the early 2000s,
Really were.
PBS kids.
And then PBS Kids and then Nickelodeon, of course.
Yeah, would they get defunded or something? You don't hear about them anymore.
Oh my god, I will. That's like installed in my brain is the from viewers like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Elmo went to Congress.
The public broadcasting system.
There you go. Elmo went to Congress to advocate for money. Do you remember that? He dressed in a suit, went to Capitol Hill.
Right.
I do.
And that's become a meme?
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
Elmo testifies before Congress saying he did not use anabolic steroids. Should we just tweet that
We
picture
should
out
send
with the out of context?
more cartoon characters to Capitol Hill.
I think that would be
Get them in a suit. Let them hold a briefcase.
Doug and Hey Arnold to Capitol Hill.
The briefcase
Kermit
opens up and it's just a bunch of Skittles. I'm sure he's been.
There's
Big Bird.
He was there in early 2021, I believe. Kermit. Yeah.
Was he there on January
6th?
Thank you, Lucy, for explaining. There you go. Thank you.
No,
I'll send it to you, Jake. It's a screenshot of Kermit on C-SPAN, and it's like a screenshot of YouTube. And the title of the video is Kermit the Frog's 15-hour filibuster against the Iraq War.
God, imagine how tired this guy's arm got.
How it works.
It's about election integrity.
They said they had IDFs.
The axis of evil. Oh my god. Military industrial complex here.
Oh my
I do not hold stock in Halliburton.
Oh my god. Kermit Dick Cheney.
Joe, let's get serious here, though. I don't think Kermit would hold those political views, frankly. There's Muppets that would. I don't think Kermit would.
Kermit's definitely a centrist. Definitely, he's
yeah.
Can we all just get along?
I think Fozzie is probably.
Fozzie was the first one.
Fozzie leans right. Yeah.
Waka waka.
Waka waka. Yeah. I mean, I'm certain. Like Fozzie. Well, because to get into Muppets lore here, the Muppets, like in their world, are not characters. Like they are actors. They work. Like they just live.
Yeah, that's they. Yeah. They're behind the scenes.
They're real people.
Right.
Yeah, they're real people. Like Fozzie, I think if the Muppet Show was still going like that, he would have gotten canceled and like become one of those hack like. It's like my
Roseanne.
pronouns are kiss my ass. Waka waka.
Waka.
Yeah. Like something like that.
Probably.
I once met this college student who was such a snowflake. How much of a snowflake was he?
Yeah. Definitely Fozzie.
Yeah.
My niece is so triggered. How triggered was she? Oh man. So National League, Liam.
Yeah, where NLCS?
No, I think we got Liam's division pick still to go.
Right.
Oh my god.
Garrett Cole would have been the perfect segue right here.
Man, if you're listening closely, that was everyone just tuning off during those last 5-10 minutes. Liam had the Phillies, the Cardinals, and the Padres winning the divisions. Braves, Mets, Dodgers taking the wild card spots. Liam, how are we feeling on that?
Not good. I'm not going to spoil my World Series pick because I still feel very good about that. But division winners, nah.
The process, not great right now, but the end result might end up working out for you. I would actually go as far to say, out of us four, you have the most realistic World Series prediction as it stands right now. Your boy here, yours truly, I went with the Mets winning the East, P fucking you. Cardinals winning the Central, P fucking you. Padres winning the West, P fucking you. Just awful. Even worse than my American League in total. I'd say the White Sox is the worst single pick I made, but the National League, this is just a disaster class. Dodgers, Braves, Phillies in the wild card.
That's good.
The only two teams I'm confident out of that group making the playoffs are the Dodgers and the Braves.
Yeah.
Phillies, Mets are a disaster. Cardinals are a disaster. Padres are in trouble. Yeah, it's just not looking great. I think the Braves right now are, obviously setting the world on fire. They have to be the odds-on favorite to get out of the senior circuit and represent the NL in the World Series. ALCS, NLCS. Lucy, you had the Red Sox over the Guardians and the Padres over the Braves.
Okay.
Again, you're changing that Padres pick.
I am changing the Padres pick to the Marlins. So
Come on, Marlins.
I'm gonna say it's a Marlins Red Sox World Series.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really steering into that. I appreciate
Yep.
that. I
Yep.
appreciate the guts there to stick with
Yeah.
Miami.
There's some gusto behind that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it
definitely.
happening, but I
Yeah.
salute you for
No,
riding with it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to Miami in September. I might just stay there. And then I'll
Okay.
wait for the end of the world. I'd stay there until they not win the World Series, but get to the World Series. So I'm gonna stick with Miami.
Especially
It's a
if they
fun pick.
again, I said this on the first time you were on, I'll say it again, Lucy, if they wore their Billy the Marlin, 97-03 jerseys
Yep.
full time,
Yep.
they'd be ahead of the Braves. They'd probably lose 5 games up to this point. So
Yeah.
10 on the entire year. Those are absolutely fuego. So
I was trying to think how many. Sorry, this is really not. We don't need to make this a tangent, but I think there's 2 teams. I think it's the White Sox and the Marlins where their alternate and their City Connect are both so clear of their regular jerseys. They
like that
wear.
Southside jersey is awesome.
Yeah, and I love the '70s, the socks.
Yeah,
With
that's
the red
Yeah,
and
that's-
stuff.
maybe my
The
favorite
V-neck.
non 75 Red Sox throwback. The blue bar going across with the Sox might be
Yeah.
my favorite. It's so
It's
good.
just like
Sick.
the Marlins. I hate the Marlins regular uniforms. I think they're
it's
atrocious.
nothing. It's
yeah. I don't know why
nothing
they ever
jersey.
wear them.
They
At
should
least, like-
lean into Miami colors, like the
100%.
turquoises and the
At
hot
least,
pink,
like-
the orange, the
right.
yellow. No.
Mm-hmm. The teals, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. At least
Yep.
the Jose Fernandez era ones. At least that had like some pizzazz. They were bad, but at least they had like something resembling.
They
personality.
tried.
They
Yeah.
But,
tried
like,
something.
the colors now of the main
It's like even like the
uniform,
font. It's
color
just nothing.
palette.
There could
It's
be
like-
so much more teal, and that's what drives me nuts.
It's like all. It's mainly
Jeez,
there's a
remember
splash of
Ryan
teal, a splash
Mallett?
of magenta.
Remember Ryan Mallett?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patriots
Yeah.
legend.
He just drowned.
What?
Wait, you're kidding?
No, he died.
Oh my God, no!
He and Will Middlebrooks like grew up together.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan.
Mallett
That's a-
died.
that's a sad skibbity bop, is what that
Shit,
is.
no, I might
Oh
cut that. I
my
might
God.
cut this. All
It's
right.
breaking news. Ryan Mallett.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
Save this for the archives, though. Like, where were you when you found out?
Yeah,
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit!
it's horrible. Jesus Christ. Where was it?
Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
University of Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
He was
where you seeing it, Jake?
he was the Whitehall head football coach.
It was, well,
They
it's like their
tweet-
local.
yeah, they tweeted it out.
Yeah, it's
their local.
deltaplexnews.com, I guess is their local. But some guy, Howie sent it to me on the Reddit college football page, posted
Oh
it.
God. That's horrible.
Oh my god.
Ryan
Jeez.
Mallett. How old is he? Only even like 30, 35.
He's 35. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, holy
Jeez.
shit.
Well, that's a bit of a downer, huh?
yeah, geez. Well, the Deltaplex News really spells February correctly. They February.
Ah,
That's what I get out of this.
Damn.
That's when he was hired by this Whitehall High School, I think.
what years was he on?
Crazy.
Pat.
Like 2012 or so?
Yeah.
He's like a third round pick.
Yeah, 11 through 13.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ryan Mallett. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll gotta get the show back on the road here.
Do we know if Will Middlebrooks is on the call tonight?
Yeah. I just saw
He might
Lou
be.
tweet out something.
He probably wouldn't tweet anything right away. He's
Yeah.
probably just hearing about this.
What,
But,
what Texarkana? Is that where they're from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to
I
him
know
the other day.
Middlebrooks, the Texas boy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let me. Where were we?
World Series picks.
We're on ALCS, NLCS stuff. So I'll start that up in like 15 second.
Lucy, did you do the Immaculate Grid today?
No, I haven't done an immaculate grid, and I need
Oh,
to start
great.
doing
You
We
it.
can
do
she can
immaculate.
put- she can
let's-
do it with
Perfect.
us.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me just. I'm just making notes of when to kind of cut this back in. All right. Just. All right, Liam. Your ALCS and NLCS picks here. Again, you had the Jays over the Houston Astros, and then the Braves over the Cardinals. I would imagine you're not sticking with St. Louis.
No.
Lot of Cardinal stonk in this episode that we're looking to dump off of.
I don't know. I guess like if I had to switch it up, maybe I'd toss Arizona in there against the Braves, but I'd still take the Braves over the field there in the NL. AL, give me. I'll switch it up. I'll take Texas out of the American League.
You liking the? I don't know if I want to call them full-on Cinderellas here, Arizona and Texas. I mean, because especially Texas, they
I mean,
they
what's
ingest
Texas'
a lot of money.
payroll is like?
Yeah, they ingested a lot of money
I
into the
mean-
team. But under the radar teams here, I would definitely say not many people are giving Arizona a huge shot here to start the year, and they're playing some great baseball. So yeah, I like to see that, change it up a bit. Some teams we weren't expecting at all. Clearly, no one had the Rangers in the wild card, even with that payroll.
They didn't move me before the season. They had so many questions.
No one here, I should say. I'm sure some people predicted them to make the playoffs, but none of us
Maybe.
predicted them.
Not here. Not on
And
this
I
show.
don't know if anyone at all had Arizona making it. If you had Arizona making the playoffs, salute to you, because I didn't see many people giving them any shot, myself included. But again, Carroll is special. They've got a pretty solid team there down over in the desert. Jake, you had Yankees over the Mariners, Mets over the Phillies.
Oh,
0 for 4.
Ow! Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did have that, Fitz. I did, yeah. Yeah.
Setto out of Quattro there. I think.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'll change mine. All right, this is on the fly. Braves and Marlins.
Ride it with the Marlins.
Braves and Marlins versus
Lucy,
the-
you've got a Marlins rider with you.
Look at that. Go
starting
to
fish.
develop.
Go.
Yeah. Braves and Marlins versus you know what? I think a all Texas ALCS would be electric. That'd be a lot of fun.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I'm pulling for that now. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Texas
Sure.
is a big baseball state. That could be
Texas
fun.
forever.
Big
That's what they
state in
say.
That's it. They always say that.
That's what Tim Riggins says.
Come on now. Come on. What's the Smash? Come on, Smash. Yeah.
What? What the fuck?
Come on.
That's part of the
Matt.
show. Isn't there
Smash? Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Smash, but I don't
Who was the coach there? What was his name?
oh, Coach
Coach
Eric
Taylor?
Taylor.
He would always say, come on now. Like, he would say that.
I don't.
Kind of,
Okay. All right. And Fitz, what were your picks?
For myself, Astros over the Jays. I'm gonna ride with that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm gonna
That's
ride
not
with
bad.
that. I'm gonna hitch my wagon to that. I'm gonna stay committed to that. Mets over the Padres. I am not gonna stay committed to that. I will say the Braves over the. I'll be boring. I'll say the Dodgers. The Dodgers always seem to find a way to, at least make it to the NLCS or so.
If it's not the Cardinals, it's going to be the Dodgers.
yeah, right.
It's always one of the two.
Always. So, all right, and then it gets to the World Series. Jake, you had the Subway Series, Mets over the Yankees.
God, that would have been special. Huh? I think America needs another Subway Series, and I stand by that.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure. If
the
they
ratings on that would go crazy,
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah,
insane.
they really would.
especially if my crazy prediction went through and Shohei was part of that. But
And we know that
Can you imagine?
East Coast, Beast Coast, it's the best.
Yes.
even though the West Coast calls themselves the best coast,
No.
yeah, what are you gonna do?
Anyway, yeah, that sucks. Braves.
Lucy, you're still going with the what were you saying, Jake? Sorry.
Yeah. I think the Braves are gonna win the World Series. That team's so fucking good.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
They don't have a hole. Like,
That's what she said.
Oh,
oh,
did you say that?
they don't really. I mean, what's their issue? I don't know.
Nothing like
Nothing really.
totally
Question.
jumps out.
Yeah.
Rafael
they're-
Iglesias has been a little shaky out of the bullpen, but It's
I guess like what's their bullpen look like?
They'll probably get
Yeah,
bullpen
they're scoring
now.
like 12 runs a game. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, right. You don't need a bullpen if you're going to be scoring a
doesn't
dozen
matter.
runs.
Yeah.
And Jake, Liam, rather, that leads into your pick. You had the Braves over the Jays, and that's, again, I would say out of everyone's prediction so far for the World Series, it's probably the best looking one as it stands right now.
Thank you.
You gonna ride with that?
Yeah, I'll stick with it. Why not?
Ride with the Bravos.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any reason to change that now. Jays. I'll switch. Like I said earlier,
they're still good.
We're going with the
solid
Rangers. Give me Braves Rangers in the World Series.
Ooh.
That's good.
I'll still take the Braves.
Yeah.
Just
even
like,
without
Jake
DeGrom
said.
in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, rest of the rotation's holding up, so
True.
they score a ton of runs.
And Evaldi.
Nay.
Oh my
you have
god.
Evaldi
My
pitching like-
favorite.
That Evaldi game, one of the World Series is going to hurt.
Gray's been really
it's gonna
good.
be painful.
You know?
Yeah.
I do.
Old friend Martine.
Yeah.
World Series MVP, if you ask me. I had the Mets over the Astros. I'll be a coward and I'll say the Braves over the Astros. Rerun of 2021.
Run it back.
Man, I was really in on the Braves this year. I mean, the Mets this year. So
That's same.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, hey, maybe our predictions do end up going. Maybe the Mets and the Cardinals each go on a hot run. Maybe the Marlins trade for Shohei, and then they
I would just
become
like to
the
say that I
dominant
think all
favorite.
of us. I think really none of us had good picks. Like,
No, what
you
were
know,
any of us
it's-
cooking?
It's
yeah.
It's tough
I
to
will say
predict.
credit to the league. There's been a lot of surprises this year.
Yeah.
There's always
Legitimately.
parity, man. You
Yeah,
never know.
good
It's
parity.
baseball.
Good
Yeah.
parody.
Yep. You should get one of those umpire like MLB logo hats. Just be like,
Yeah.
leave.
Yes.
Wear it
Rob
around.
Lowe.
Yeah, Rob
exactly,
Lowe hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! At the combine, they were all wearing those MLB hats. The MLB combine, they had like the MLB logo, and I was like, I want one of those hats.
I would get
That's
that.
gas.
what I that hat was incredible. Even with the combine little logo,
I think
I
Rob
want
Lowe.
one.
You know, it's
Logo
Zach
hat.
Hampel ruined that hat.
He did.
Oh,
He did.
yeah,
He's-
that's
He's got a
right.
monopoly on that.
Yeah.
Well
But
then,
that's
whatever.
all right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, folks,
yeah.
is it grid time?
I think it's grid time,
Ooh.
Jake.
Grid,
do
grid.
I'm outside of the grid store, about to
Also
unlock the
radio
door.
app.
It's like Black Friday. Everyone's pushing up on the door. So,
Oh.
Lucy, obviously you know the Immaculate Grid. Did you do
Well,
it today?
Okay, here's the thing. I've never done one. Don't
You've
know how
never
to do
done
it.
one?
Never done one. Don't know how to do it. I keep seeing them, and I'm like, oh, I should do it, but I
Okay,
just
so
never.
Jake, do you want to give an
Timeline
elevator
every
pitch
morning.
as
Yeah,
to what
yeah,
the
yeah.
Immaculate Grid is? I'm going to pull
All
it
right.
up.
Lucy, I presume you're on a computer.
We haven't
I'm on a
seen this
computer.
one today yet.
Okay,
Oh,
so
so
just
go
to
Puddle Lands Down boys.
ImmaculateGrid.com.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Just to look for your
ImmaculateGrid.com.
reference.
Nah.
The Puddle Lands Down boys have not seen it today. On Tuesdays, we don't look at it
Stop.
because we do it live on the show.
Okay, how to play.
Oh yeah, I mean you could just.
So-
use
Oh
that, I guess.
boy! Oh, woo, woo, woo! We have the Red Sox on here.
We got the Sox.
We have the Sox.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so actually,
So
I
this is
thought
great.
About,
This is
so
actually
I
a
thought
good one
about
for
this
Lucy
the other
to-
day.
to start
We need
with.
to do if the Red Sox
I'm
are
gonna
on the
do it without
Immaculate
reading
Grid.
the directions.
Try to
I'm not
get
gonna
obscure as we can.
So-
I'm not going to read the directions. I'm just going to do it.
So Lucy, any intersection between a horizontal and a vertical, like a horizontal row and a vertical column, like you see how there, like the Red Sox intersects with the Royals,
Yes.
the Mariners, and the Rangers. For those blocks, you have to name a player who played for both teams,
Okay.
right?
It's pretty simple. I mean,
And
it's
then
not-
for the accomplishment, it said today it says 200 plus strikeout season for pitching. It could say World Series MVP. It could say 30 steals in a year, 3,000 hits for a career. You know what I mean? You have to find a player who played for that team and also had that accomplishment. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
Wow.
So what we do is we go around round
Yes.
table kind of, and we each do one.
So here's
One
what I'll
box.
do. Here's what I'll do. Lucy's the
Okay.
guest. I will step back for this episode. Lucy can participate in mine, with the exception of the Red Sox row, because I was thinking about this the other day. If the Red Sox are on the grid and we're recording the show, we have to try to be as disgusting as
Obscure.
possible for our choices.
I actually
we have the
have a
advantage
really-
of being really big
I have
Red
a
Sox
really good
fans.
I have a good
So
one.
we're not picking Pedro Martinez. We're not picking Nomar. We're not picking Mookie. We're not picking who you name it. We got to get real down deep into the dumpster. Some real gross picks. We should set a threshold of something that we can't exceed. Because Lucy, it says, hey, if you picked Babe Ruth, hey, 60% of all players picked Babe Ruth, right? It tells you that. What do we think Liam and Jake, because you guys have the experience of the game, what do you think is a good combined threshold for the 3 Red Sox answers? Like, it cannot exceed 10% or something. We have to, because if it goes over 10%, if we go over 10%, we lose. We have to add it, like, another wrinkle for the Red Sox. Does that make sense?
I feel like 20 is probably good, right?
20?
Anything,
we can
yeah,
lower it as
below?
if we find out that we're really big sickos, we can lower it as we continue. But let's
So
I
like
have
20,
I have really
25
good
is
ones
a
for
good
2
spot.
of the Red Sox ones.
I have pounding my desk on the table for one of them.
All right, well, Lucy, you can lead off with your pick today.
So
What if
Lucy-
I have like no earthly idea?
Well, again, we work
Well,
together
you
on
pick
the
which
same
one.
team.
I mean, you have to know one of these, right?
I will only contribute to the Red Sox one, and if anyone needs some additional help, I'll throw my hat in there.
I'll lead off.
Take it
then.
away,
Jake
Jake.
can lead
Jake,
off.
lead
Hold on.
Yeah,
Well, we have to
yeah.
explain the full grid to people who haven't seen it yet.
Oh, right.
The top to bottom, the horizontal rows from top to bottom are Kansas City, Seattle, and Texas. The vertical columns from left to right, your Boston Red Sox, the Cleveland Guardians. I feel like we keep getting the Guardians, and then a pitcher who had 200 or more strikeouts in a season. Okay? So,
All right.
Jake, are you leading off?
I'll lead off, and I've got a good one.
All right.
This is our bottom left square. This is a Red Sox and a Ranger.
Again, this has to be a sicko one.
This
Here,
is
what
Alexei
you got? What you got?
Ogando.
Alexa. Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alexei Ogando. I haven't thought of that name
Yeah.
in so long.
How's that for you?
Ogando.
Point one.
Point
Point
one.
one! That feels good.
So 20, we may have completely overestimated that.
We
We may want to
overshot
get it down to 5.
Oh, man.
All right. Okay.
Let's keep it with
Mexico.
20 because we established that. But man, absolute sicko behavior. Liam.
I'm just gonna hop right above Jake and go with the Red Sox and Mariners. I'm gonna go Roenis Elias.
Jesus Christ.
I might have a sicker one than that, and we can try and guess which one is
So
sicker.
the Red Sox Mariners one, Liam, that's the one I was going to insist upon. That's William Opeña, baby. William O played for the Mariners.
Oh.
Well, I might have a sicker one. Carson Smith.
Carson Smith! Oh, man!
That's sick, too.
He's the guy who hurt himself by throwing his
Yeah,
glove on the bench, right?
Yeah.
No, I thought he punched a wall.
Something like that.
Yeah, but
Who did
dumb
we
idiot,
trade him for?
sure.
Who did we trade away?
Um,
Who did we give up for Carson Smith?
hold on. I'm on his transactions.
Because I mean, Roenis was in that deal. We got him and Carson Smith.
We
I don't
traded
remember
Wade
who we sent,
Miley.
though.
Swamp
Oh,
Monster.
that's
How
right.
about that?
And Jonathan Aro.
We love Jonathan
Sure.
Aro, don't we, folks? So,
Yeah. God, I wonder what his percentage is.
Liam, what was I gotta be honest, I don't even remember who you said that's how random it was.
It's Roenis Elias.
Curious to see.
I already put it in over here.
What's it on yours?
That's 0.6.
0.6?
So put in Carson
I
Smith.
put-
Out of
that's it.
curiosity, I'm gonna put William Opeña.
I just put Carson Smith, also 0.6.
Oh,
Willie Mo is 0.4.
Oh, okay. All right.
I never.
I think
never
we may
would've
not even
remembered.
get to 1% on this.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the challenge. We can't exceed 1%.
Well, I'll tell you what. Boston, Kansas City. That I
I have
don't
one
have
for
a-
that.
Oh, you
I have
do?
one
I don't
for
have a real
that.
sick one for that.
I have a really sick one.
All right.
Matt Stairs.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Wait, Matt Stairs played for the
Oh.
Red Sox?
For a hot second in the 90s.
Oh,
I remember
I
a couple
see
months
how
ago, I
this
randomly went
works.
onto his Wikipedia
Oh,
page. I was
Lucy's
like,
getting
wow, he
it now. She's getting the game now.
I thought
Oh wow,
all
Matt
of
Stairs
them.
is a wild one, Fitz.
I remember being on his Wikipedia page a couple months ago, and I was like, he was a Red Sox in like the 90s, like 93, 95, something like that. He was not here long, but I definitely remember him with the Royals. Matt Stairs, 0.2%.
Oh, gosh,
So we didn't
yeah.
even
Never would have guessed that.
We didn't even eclipse one.
1%. So
That's
forget
good shit,
20.
boys.
Next week or next
Yeah.
time we have the Red Sox in there, we have to,
That's good
do
stuff,
something
guys.
Keep
completely
it under
different.
1%.
So Lucy, you're starting to get
Yeah.
the gist of this, right?
So I thought it was all pitchers who played for both teams and also had
No,
200.
it's just where it intersects.
Okay.
The x-axis and the
Still gonna
y-axis.
struggle, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, all right, you have the board. You can name a Guardian and a Royal.
I can do a Red Sox and a Rangers.
The
player.
Red
No,
Sox.
you're out.
So the Red Sox column
Sox are
is
out.
done.
You're done.
Is complete.
No, that's
The
one
middle
I
column and the
knew.
right column have yet to be filled. We need 200
Okay.
plus strikeout pitchers,
Hold. Okay.
And
I
then
mean,
a lot of former
you
Guardians.
got to know a 200 strikeout Ranger.
No, I do not.
Mariner. I mean, there's a few.
There's a couple for. Who has the most strikeouts ever?
In history,
Ever.
I don't
Nolan
know that,
Ryan.
actually. Okay.
There we go.
Nolan
How
Ryan.
many-
Nolan
Alright.
Ryan has
Nolan
to have had a
Ryan.
200 plus strikeouts.
How many
Not
percent?
definitely not a sicko pick, but we'll roll with that.
How
one.
That's
many percent people pick that one?
Nolan
87.
Ryan.
87, 99.
Yeah.
That's fine though. It's
Okay, I'm gonna put that
it
away.
counts. We just have to be immaculate here. We have to go
Yeah.
for 9 for 9, and that counts.
All right.
So we'll
Be a
So I'm
definitely
up
take
again?
every
that.
day.
Jake's up. JG
yeah.
boy.
Mr. Wallinger.
87.
Okay, I'm gonna do Cleveland and Texas. I'm gonna do my dog, Cliff Lee, the Evergreen
Lee?
Red Sox
Ooh,
trade
good
target.
one.
Yes, right. Yeah, there's still rumors as of like last summer. Hey, they
Yeah.
might be able to boost it. Ooh,
wow.
I almost messed up because there
I
was a
didn't realize
Cliff
it was a-
Lee who played in 1919 through 1926. That wouldn't have counted.
Oh.
Ooh, I almost
What does
messed
it
up.
start with? What year?
His name is Cliff Lee, but it's
Oh.
not the Cliff
Same
Lee we
spelling.
know.
Would have been a different Cliff Lee.
How is
10
that only 10%?
10%. People forget Cliff Lee, man. He was good. He was
was
really,
great.
really good. Shout
How
out
do you
Cliff
look
Lee.
at like the leaderboards?
It's afterwards, or in the top right, you have the 3 bars. Kind of, it gives you, some of the stats, and it doesn't show you the most popular until you finish.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh wow, guess who the most popular was for that one?
Well, let's do that afterwards. Let's do the
Okay.
most popular afterwards. All right.
Okay.
So Liam's turn here.
Sure. I mean, whenever it comes to the AL Central, man, Guardians, Mariners.
I have one for Guardians Royals.
Why don't you do that? I'll brainstorm over here. Give it to us.
Carlos Santana.
Yeah, I had the same. I had the same.
Yep.
I guess we could have done that for the Mariners. I don't think he played a game for the Mariners. He
No,
might
he
have just
did.
been there for a
he
week.
did. He did.
49% said Carlos Santana. So we're down to 3. Lucy, you're up here. Or I didn't want to pass over
I
on
can do the
Liam.
200K pitcher.
Yeah, you
one.
guys each get one of the last 3. I'll sit out on this.
All right.
We need a Royal
which one,
who threw
Lucy?
200 strikeouts in a season. We need someone to play for the Mariners and Cleveland, and then we need a Mariner who had 200 plus strikeouts in a year.
I got the Royals. Zach Greinke.
Has to be Frankie.
It's not a sick one though.
No, that's not
That's
sick.
fine.
But
That's all right.
I don't know another Royal who
That's the only one I can think of.
97% of
Yeah,
players
that
said
sounds
Zach
right.
Greinke. But that's
Only-
okay. It's fine.
Only other pitcher I was like Brett Saberhagen, maybe.
Saberhagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got nothing.
who was like their guy in like the World Series, the 2 World Series runs? Who was like their top of the rotation guy?
They're bullpen for the most part.
Yeah, right. I guess.
Did they still have James Shields at that point? No.
Uh,
Oh, Johnny Cueto too.
yeah, he was the deadline acquisition.
Yeah,
for the
but he didn't have a full season there, right?
Well, all right. So we need a 200 strikeout Mariner and a Guardian and a Mariner.
Yes.
Well, I actually thought of one for Guardian and Mariner, and that's what I'll do because the 200 strikeout Mariner is pretty easy. I think there's a couple different guys, but it took me some brainstorming to get this one. Mike Zunino, Guardian and Mariner.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
That's a
right.
good one.
Yeah, fresh. That's a fresh one.
16%. Count it.
Okay. All right.
And then either you two, Liam or Lucy, you can take the honors here.
I will do it.
Take
Felix
it away.
Hernandez. Felix Hernandez.
yeah.
Felix
that's
has to be
dope.
king.
The
Felix. You can also say Randy
I wonder
Johnson.
if Randy or Felix
Or-
has more percentage
I
points.
feel like it's got to be
Yeah.
Randy. Felix came out to 59.
59. Well, then it has to be.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
it
Liam,
has to
that's-
be
hey, Liam, you
Felix.
know
Wait,
how
that
math
percentage.
works? Tough guy.
I was thinking it was like. Never mind.
Idiot!
Forget me.
So,
Whatever.
folks, we're 3 for 3 on the Immaculate Grid, and 1 for 1 on Immaculate
That's-
Grid with a guest.
I'm gonna start doing this every day.
It's awesome. Every day
I
at
love this.
midnight.
I love
when
Really,
comes
it
out.
really works the brain. You really feel a
Yeah,
lot smarter.
I just
Way
can't
to
be
start
under
your day.
pressure.
Keeps
I am
it's like
notoriously so bad under pressure with trivia.
Wordle.
like my brain's
Wordle. When
confused.
back in the day, I love trivia. So
Love it.
Most popular Guardian and Ranger, Corey Kluber.
I
yeah.
can see that.
yeah, I mean 2 Cy Youngs
can
with
see that.
Cleveland and traded ready got
I mean,
Class
I
A out
feel
of
like
that deal.
he was did he even? How many games did he pitch for Texas?
I think
Probably just
one.
like 2020, right?
Yeah, I think he got hurt like right away. For the Red Sox column, Benintendi the most popular with the Royals, James Paxton the most popular with
Liam,
Seattle,
literally
Eovaldi
won.
with the Rangers.
Just one game.
Literally, one
That-
game. He threw 1 inning for Texas.
Jesus.
Nolan Ryan was the most popular for 200 strikeouts in a season with Texas. Felix the same with the Rangers. Greinke the same with the Royals. We nailed that. The most popular Royal and Guardian pick, Carlos Santana. The most popular Mariners and Guardian pick, also Carlos Santana. Can't repeat players, but people wanted to split that difference. So pretty good job there. Man, some real sicko behavior there in the Red Sox. There. Really good stuff. So, all right, do we want to wrap the episode for the week here?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk any Red Sox, but it was kind of a depressing week.
We'll
so that's
the main guys will do a half hour of Red Sox talk.
half hour.
I mean, we have to. We're legally obligated to. We are going to get
Right.
arrested if we don't.
Right.
They'll
You should
pull
do
our
that
IP.
just on Tristan Cassis alone because I'm obsessed with him. I'll just say
I am
that.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, we all love Tristan Casas.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He's
Tristan.
just-
Well,
so.
Lucy,
He's the greatest.
it's been a pleasure.
Oh, it
Absolutely,
is.
as always,
Yeah.
Lucy.
Can I say this has been the greatest honor to be back on, to be a repeat guest on your podcast.
We'll make it a hat trick at some point. That we'll
Please.
Well,
100%
we'll finish
have
the
you back
year.
on.
We'll
Yeah, we
reassess
gotta
the
do a
picks
final recap.
after the World Series ends.
Bookmark.
Your
Okay.
official predictions person here.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Lucy,
Thank
if
you
people want to
very
find you, if people want to find you for more, where can they go?
Twitter at Lucille Burge, Instagram at Lucille Burge, TikTok at Lucy Burge 1.
Still haven't gone the.
What happened to Lucille
the-
Burge on TikTok?
So here's the thing with that. I created an account years and years ago. Then I forgot the login, couldn't log back in, so I had to create a new account.
Was
do
it a
it.
Musical.ly?
It's a really great story.
Or was it TikTok? The original.
It was the original one was like it was like I did like Eminem raps and then they were just gone
Yeah,
on that account. So I had to
Yeah.
redo them.
that's
What are you
It was
gonna
a really sad story, but
yeah.
that's the way it goes sometimes.
So. All right. Well, anyways, for Lucy, for Liam, for Jake, I'm Fitz. You've been you. Thanks for listening to this extended edition of Pod on Lansdowne. We'll talk to you next week. Until then, go Sox and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Lucy, we can't end the show.
Obey your mother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was like, we can't end until you do that.